Hi everybody, this video is on the new moon in Pisces, which happens on the 17th of March 2018 at 11 minutes past 1 in the afternoon, and that's based on UK time, so Greenwich Mean Time. Now, a new moon is when the moon is totally black and it's recharging its batteries and it's getting ready for its new monthly cycle. So it's pulling a lot of energy in. In this case, it's pulling in lots of Pisces energy to get its fuel for the next 30 days so that it can complete and it can do the same thing again. Now, the sun and the moon are at 26 degrees in Pisces. 2 and 6 is 8, and 8 in numerology is about power. So this is a powerful new moon in the sense that it pulls in a lot of Pisces energy. Pisces is a water sign. It is very connected with anything spiritual, creative, intuitive, and it's focused on being of service to others and sharing with other people. If you think about it, astrology is based on the seasons, and the seasons as they are experienced in the northern hemisphere. So Pisces is the very end of winter, okay? And back in the day, people would be indoors. They would have to get on with each other. So because they're spending a lot of time indoors, they wouldn't be able to just be selfish and have arguments all the time. They'd be creative, they'd be telling stories, playing the piano, entertaining each other, playing games, and also intuitive, because when you spend that much time around other people, you become hyper-vigilant. You start to really understand their little habits and their quirks, and you're able to tune into other people emotionally, and that's the way you build psychic energy and psychic ability anyway. It's simply by paying attention to other people, tuning into their energy, and understanding what's going on with them. So that's what this new moon is about. It fills you with this kind of watery, very sensitive, very selfless energy, and it gives you great intuitive ability. So if you're someone who works as a psychic, as an intuitive reader, as a communicative healer, as a hands-on healer, if you're in the medical profession, if you're a creative type, an artist, or someone who designs, all of you guys are really going to benefit from this, because you're getting a whole heap load of Pisces energy, and that just expands that ability to work in all of those areas. Pisces and water also has to do with being loving and nurturing and kind towards other people. So there's a sense of seeing the best in people, having the potential to fall in love. It's at 8 degrees, so you'll be feeling things about other people very strongly. So you'll feel attraction very strongly, and you'll also feel negative emotions very strongly. So if you are rejected, or if you're insulted, or if you're gossiped about, that will have a really strong emotional impact, and you'll have a strong emotional reaction to that kind of thing. But like I said, it goes both ways. So there's also the potential to really see romance and to fall in love and to see the best in another human being, and to really strengthen your bond with another person. We've got Chiron sitting next to the new moon. Chiron is the wounded healer, and Chiron in mythology was the centaur who taught medicine to the other gods. And in the end, the gods are immortal, and ultimately, I think it was Hercules, he shot a poisoned arrow at Chiron, and Chiron, even though he healed everyone else, wasn't able to heal himself. And because he was immortal, he had this permanent wound, and he had this permanent suffering associated with his life, which made it intolerable. So what he did is, I think he gave up his immortality, and someone who knows the story, the exact ins and outs, but he selflessly gave up his immortality, and I think he gave it to Prometheus, who was having his liver pecked out as punishment by the gods. So basically, Chiron is about being selfless, being a healer, and taking pain and letting it go and transforming it for the sake of other people. So if you are experiencing something negative during this new moon, it's not just that you're cursed and you're destined to have bad experiences. Take the emotions and feel what they feel like. That's a weird statement to make, but take the pain and actually feel it. Don't drown it with alcohol, don't numb it with pills, don't smoke it away. Feel what that pain is about, because that pain that you're feeling is going to give you empathy for other people's pain, and it's going to enable you to heal other people and to be more empathetic and compassionate, and to have an understanding and an appreciation of what other people go through. And ultimately that's going to strengthen your relationships and make you more of a sympathetic character, because you have compassion and understanding of others. On the flip side, Chiron again can heal things and can transform. So it can be something that's painful for you during the full moon. Maybe you're single and that's not been enjoyable, and during this new moon, all this Piscean energy fills you with this really strong attraction towards someone. You connect, it works out, and you start a new relationship, and that heals your pain. So all of these things are possible, but what we do know about this new moon is that it's going to transform your feelings. Whether it's good or bad, we don't know, but that there's a transformation of feelings, that's guaranteed. So if you're someone who struggles with your feelings and who doesn't want to feel, like a lot of people don't, there's that great meme with a woman sitting cross-legged, and she said, I feel my feelings and I live in the present moment. Unless I have a bad feeling, then I eat a cookie. And that's what a lot of us do. You know, we don't want to feel pain. We don't want to be in an uncomfortable position. But unfortunately, it's often through pain that we learn and that we become better people and that we have more understanding for others. So that's the new moon up there. Neptune is nearby, but it doesn't quite conjunct it because it's 12 degrees away, so it doesn't count anymore. Venus is also nearby, but that's also a lot of degrees away. That's 17 degrees away, so they don't influence it. So it's mainly the sun, your identity, the moon, your sensitive, the most sensitive part of you, who you are, your soul, and Chiron, this healing, transformative energy. That's all working together to allow you to take more positive action in future. Chiron is at 28 degrees, which becomes 1, which is like the magician in the tarot, and which pushes you in a different direction. So something that you feel during this new moon is going to go, ding, aha, I now have the answer. This is what I'm going to do as a result of what I felt. So if you felt that the business that you tried to start and that failed was a real disappointment, and it becomes something that is revisited during this new moon, and you feel the pain and you start to suddenly get all of these ideas about how you could tweak it and how you could create a similar business that actually would work, then Chiron at 1 degree in Pisces is going to allow you to transform those painful feelings, put them into action, and for instance give you the idea to start a new business and to try again. Now the new moon forms a trine with Jupiter, the lucky planet, which is in Scorpio at 23 degrees. Jupiter is good fortune and positive experiences and opportunities. In Scorpio, it's about emotional intelligence. So as long as you listen to your feelings, you open the good luck of Jupiter, you activate the lucky planet, and at 5 degrees, it gives you the emotional freedom and the emotional answers that are going to lead to you being able to make changes in your practical physical life that will make you happier moving forward. All of this energy is water, and it's very abstract and it's not tangible. You can't touch it. This is all very in your head, very spiritual. No one can see this. This is like emotional pain. You can't touch emotional pain. You can't see it. It's difficult to describe, but it's a very real thing. So everything that's going on is going on inside of you. But the good luck is that if you work with that it will allow you to take actions which then can be measured and which will be tangible, like a functioning relationship, like a new business, like a better self-image. All of these things are possible. The new moon also forms a square with Mars and Sagittarius. Mars is at 29 degrees. Each of the houses in the charts are 30 degrees. So whenever a planet is at 1 degree or 29, it's stronger and heightened. It's critical. So Mars at 29 degrees in Sagittarius really wants you to move forward and to progress and to have adventures and to be optimistic about your life. 2 and 9 turns into 11, which is the master number of service. So healing your own pain and having optimism and hope for the future is going to help you by saying, you know, the past relationships didn't work, but they're done now. The past business failed, but I can start a new business or I can start a new relationship. Mars is going to push you to do that, to try again. And because you're trying again, you're going to be of service to yourself. You're going to make your life better, but you're also going to be serving other people by example. So Cindy is going to say, oh, look at John over there. He has had a terrible divorce, but he's not giving up. He's looking for a new relationship and he's got this wonderful new girlfriend. Maybe I can do it too. So it's by demonstrating and modeling the way to behave, which is to be resilient emotionally, to try again when you fall on your face, to get up, to dust yourself off, and to try over and over and over until you get what you want, which is what life is about, a series of failures until something works, something breaks through. I was thinking about this the other day because there's this new kid who's suddenly become very famous, and he was in lots and lots of different films, and the way they do it is they just take any job and wait for one to hit. And not all films do hit and break through, but if they get that one breakthrough hit, then they're famous and then they've made it. And that's what life is about. Falling down until finally you succeed, and then you'll fall down again, but it's about hanging on to those successes and continuing and being positive despite the difficulty. And the fact that the new moon is at 26 degrees means that you have power and you're strong enough to withstand these negative feelings and to keep going despite what you may have experienced or despite how many times you've been disappointed. Preaching to the choir here, you know, we've all been there, but life goes on and we have to go on with it. And this is the time to dream again and to say, do you know what? The last decade has sucked, but I'm going to have a wonderful future. And that's possible. People turn their lives around every day. There's a semi-square, so 45 degrees with the south node in Aquarius. So the new moon, it connects with the south node in Aquarius, which is at 12 degrees. And that is about your past life experiences informing you. So you have an understanding of life and you get a glimpse of your disappointments in this lifetime, but also in your past lifetime. So there's spiritual energy at work here, and your guides and your angels, they're presenting you with situations and they're saying, look, you failed hundreds and millions of times, but it's okay because you can succeed. Don't be discouraged. Things will work out. And they teach you that. They teach you that failure is nothing to be ashamed of, that it's a normal part of life, and that it's okay to get up and to try again. There's a sesqui square from between the new moon and the north node in Leo, which is at 12 degrees. So the north node is what you're trying to achieve, what you're working towards. And Leo is about fun and excitement and being in the spotlight and being a leader. And at 12 degrees, it's about communicating. So a way to realize your hopes and dreams and to achieve the things that you want today is to go out and to be confident and to believe in yourself and to communicate and to express who you are and to not hide yourself away. So this is not like the moon. The moon itself is pitch black and it's recharging itself. Let it do its work and use the energy that you're getting from it to put yourself out there into the world and to talk to people and to send in job applications and to go up to strangers and say hello, or to take a risk and talk to someone online, or to click like on their profile, or whatever it is. But the point is, if you have the courage, which you do, because you have all this water and Leo energy, to express yourself and to make the first move, to take action, then there's the real potential for you to achieve your goal of having these hopes and dreams come true, which fill you full of passion and light and fun and enjoyment and enthusiasm. So this is really a day of, or a day for dreamers. It's for all the impractical, romantic, dreamy types of people in life. You can use this energy to do great work, creatively and healing-wise, but also for, on a larger scale, it's for all the daydreamers who want Prince Charming to come riding in on a white horse. And it's for all the, you know, all the people who have this idealized notion of what life could be. If you hang on to that today, you can manifest it, and if you take a risk, you're very likely not to be disappointed and to transform what already is into something better. So this is a really important day to be brave emotionally and to try again, and to realize that yes, life is difficult. We all know that, right? I remember when I was a school teacher, there was this kid complaining all the time, and he just complained and complained. And I said, yeah, we all know life is difficult. And he looked at me and he said, well, it may be for you, but it's not for me. And I just thought, you're 12 years old. Wait till life kicks you in the teeth a couple of times. Wait till you're 15. Wait till you're 17, 20, 25, 30, 35. Life is going to get you one way or another. I didn't say that, but if you're over the age of 30, you're a survivor as far as I'm concerned, because life can be hard. And some of us get our hopes and dreams realized like this, but some of us have to wait a little bit. And just because your relationships haven't worked for 10 years, or you've been in horrible jobs for 10 years, doesn't mean you're always going to be in a horrible job. It means you can turn it around. And today is one of those days that is so profound and intense emotionally that you go, this is what I want, and you send out the vibrations and they go out in the universe and it changes your life. So see yourself as a little atom exploding into the world and sending out these amazing vibrations via this new moon. I'm just looking at any other connections it makes. So I've mentioned the sesqui square with the North Node. I've mentioned the trine with Jupiter. I've mentioned the connection with Mars. I've mentioned the semi-square with the South Node. And that's it. Yes. So that's it. So that's what I get for you for this new moon. Be a little atom going off and exploding and sending off these amazing vibrations. Dare to dream. Be a dreamer and imagine what your life could be, because today you can send off these emotional shards into the universe. And remember, if you're making a list and then burning it or something like that, so the dream job, the dream relationship, make a list to put something beyond my wildest dreams or what the universe wants for me, because then you open it up to the universe, because the universe always has bigger and better things planned and in store for you than you could possibly even imagine. So make sure you allow the universe to work with you, and when you're sending out these great vibrations and this manifestation work, that you include the unknown and the stuff that you couldn't even imagine. And then just wait and see it manifest and come into your life. And again, like I said in the weekly horoscope, don't imagine it to be instantaneous. Manifestation sometimes takes a couple of weeks or months or even a year. So if there is any rejection or something negative today that happens, don't let that deter you. It still means that these things are going to manifest themselves, but there's no guarantee that it happens instantly. Could do. You might get really lucky and you make the list and you go out, and, you know, in an hour you meet the right person. That does happen to people, you know. I know someone who met the love of her life at 17, and she got married to that person, and 20 years later they're still married and happy, and they have beautiful children, and everything's wonderful. Good things can happen, and it can be as simple as that. And even for you and even for me, we just need to believe and dream it again, and not allow ourselves to become bitter and defeated and saying, I'm in the ground and I'm going to stay in the ground and that's it. Some of us are just cursed. We're not. We all have the potential to live wonderful lives. So there you go. I'm going to stop there. Have a fabulous new moon. Do a little ritual for yourself. Imagine yourself the way you want to be. Meditate. Do a little dance. Manifest this into reality. Light a candle, however you want to do it. If you're a ritualistic type of person, or maybe just think it. If you're someone who doesn't like physical things, just imagine it in your mind's eye and then send it away on a little mind boat that floats off into the sky. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. The chart that you're seeing next to me, that's the kind of thing I draw up when I draw up your birth chart. So I take your place of birth, your date of birth, and your time of birth, and I get a chart that shows me a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born. And it tells me all about you, what's going on with you in terms of your love life, your career, your finances, your potential in those areas. It shows me what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, spiritual progress, family relationships, what the best place is for you to live, and where to move to and when to move. And I can also look at compatibility with other partners by doing a synastry reading. I can use the astrocartography to see what different effects and energies different parts of the world have on you. So if you have any questions at all, then please get in touch for a private reading. GregoryScott.com, just click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Remember to check out my daily tarot videos, the weekly horoscopes for all signs of the zodiac, the monthly horoscopes for each sign of the zodiac, so Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Scorpio, Virgo, Sag, and so on. And also these kind of special videos on new moons, full moons, and then eclipses and anything else going on. Have a wonderful time. Make sure you manifest what it is you want, and I'll speak to you soon.